Hello everyone, my name is Teresa and welcome to today's class. I hope all are doing good. So today in this class, students, we are going to study direct and indirect speech. So before we move on to our topic, I would like to share a short story. So here goes the story. Once there was a boy named Rohan. He used to live with his parents. He was a good boy, but one thing he was lacking in his life, because whenever his mom used to give him some work to do, he used to note down all the things. But in return, when his mom used to ask him, he used to say, "Mom, I forgot." Not only that, whenever his teacher used to assign him some work to do, he used to give the reply, "Ma'am, I forgot." So this was the case with Rohan. Now, seeing at this, his parents were more worried about him. So they decided to teach Rohan a lesson. Now, as Rohan's birthday was soon approaching, so Rohan, he sat down and he started to mention a big list, and in those things he wanted to mention a lot of things for his birthday. While he was making his list, that time his mom, she asked Rohan, "What are you doing? Why are you making such a big list? Like you, your father will forget to bring." In return, Rohan replies to his mother, "No, I have full trust on my father and he won't do that. He will bring all the things that I have mentioned in the list." And he note down the list and he hand overs the list to his dad. And he's eagerly waiting for his dad to return home with all the things that he has mentioned in his list. The doorbell rings and Rohan is very happy. He runs towards the door to open it. And to his surprise, what he sees there after opening the door? He is very surprised to see his dad with nothing in his hand. He is very upset and he starts to cry. He is so upset that tears start rolling down his eyes. And that night he did not sleep at all. The next morning, when mom went to his room to wake him up, mom said, "Hurry up, Rohan, we need to go to our grandpa's house." And that time, Rohan somehow makes his mood and he gets ready to go to grandpa's house. And when they enter grandpa's house, to his surprise, what Rohan sees there? He sees all the things that were mentioned in the list. Now Rohan is very happy to see all these things. And he is so happy that that time his mom says to him, "Rohan, there is also a note kept for you on the table. Please read it." Then Rohan picks up the note and starts reading. And what is there in the note? "Dear son, I know you have a lot of trust on me, and because you have a lot of trust on me, these are the things that I have got for you, whatever you have mentioned in the list. So I am a responsible father, and even I want my son to be responsible in the same way. I love you, Dad." So this is what was written in the letter. Now, after reading the letter, Rohan started to cry. And this time, he is crying not because he was hurted by reading the letter, but because he realized his mistake. He realized that he was not responsible enough. So children, there is a deep meaning in this story. Though it is a story, but it has a lot of meaning for us to learn, that we need to be responsible wherever we are. Be it in our school, at home, or among our friends, we need to be responsible enough. No matter how the work is, be it small or big, we need to be faithful enough to do that. Okay students, let us move on to our topic, direct and indirect speech. So students, there are two ways of reporting the words of the speaker. They are known as narration. So those two ways are direct and indirect speech. So today we are going to cover in our class direct, indirect speech along with their examples, certain steps to be followed for changing direct and indirect speech. Then we have 4 sentences: assertive sentence, interrogative sentence, exclamatory sentence and imperative sentences. So based on these 4 sentences, there are certain rules for changing direct speech into indirect speech. Alright, so now let us move on to what is direct speech. So direct speech is a conversation between two persons, first person and the second person. Alright, so that is known as direct speech. For example, teacher said to Rohan to do his homework. Teacher is doing the action of saying and Rohan is receiving what the teacher said to her. Okay, so this is known as direct speech. For more clarity, Kavita said to Manisha, I will go to shop. So Kavita is doing the action of saying, whereas Manisha is receiving what Kavita said to her. So this is known as direct speech. Now let us see what is indirect speech. In indirect speech, the same conversation or the same dialogue is being reported to the third person. So it is known as indirect speech. For example, teacher said to Rohan to do his work and Rohan reported the words of the teacher to his mom. For clear example, Kavita told Manisha that she would go to shop. So this is an example of indirect speech. Can you see the words of the speaker within the inverted commas has been changed? So these changes, students, we will be seeing in the next slides. Now children, you have to keep certain terms in your mind when you are converting direct speech into indirect speech. First is the reporting clause. Second is the reporting verb. And third is the reporting speech. For example, Soham said to Mohan, I am going to school. Soham said to Mohan, I am going to school. So here, whatever words spoken by the speaker before the comma is called or is known as reporting clause, wherein the word said is said to be reporting verb. Alright, and the words of the speaker spoken within the inverted commas is known to be reporting speech, or it is said to be reporting speech. I hope these 3 terms are clear to you: reporting clause, reporting verb and reporting speech. These 3 terms we will come across when we are solving certain examples. Am I clear? Now students, you need to follow certain steps to convert direct speech into indirect speech. Step number 1, you have to identify subject and object in the sentence that is being provided to you. Second, you have to identify the reported verb. Third, tense of the reported speech. Then, first, second and the third person of the reporting speech. You have to identify these things in the sentence that is being provided to you. For example, Soham said to Mohan, I am going to school. So here we have to identify first is subject and object. So subject is Soham, object is Mohan. Okay. Second, you have to identify reported verb. So reported verb is said, S-A-I-D, said is the reported verb. Alright, then you have to find out the tense of the reported verb. As it is said, that means it is the past tense. Am I clear? Now, you have to identify first, second and the third person. So children, for example, 3 friends are there: Soham, Mohan and Tina. Okay, Soham is the first person, Mohan is the second person and Tina is the third person. So Soham and Mohan, they are inside the room wherein Tina is not there with them. Soham is talking to Mohan about Tina who is not present with them. So in this way, you have to identify first, second and third person in the sentence provided to you. This is step number 1. Now let us move to step number 2. I hope children step number 1 is clear to you. Now we will move on to step number 2. Change of reported verb. Now there is a chart you need to learn. When you are changing the reported verb, you need to keep in mind the changes. Okay? Said to will change to told. And said, if it is there in the sentence, it will not change. It will remain as it is. Third, say to will change to tell. And says to will change to tell. So these are the changes you need to keep in mind when you have to change reported verb in step number 2. Now, step number 3. Replace inverted commas with the connector or the conjunction THAT, that. Alright, this is step number 3. Then step 4, you have to change the pronoun of the first person, that is subject, second person, that is object, and the third person, children. The third person will not be changed. It will remain as it is. So for you to understand in an easy way, you can understand this as SON, son. That means first subject, second object, and third will not change. So SON, son, is a step number 4. Next, step number 5, that is change of tense. Okay, there is a chart. As per the chart, we will learn ahead, okay, how you need to change the tenses. Then, step number 6, change of words expressing time. Okay, so these are the steps you need to remember while converting direct into indirect speech. Children, as just we saw before, that step number 5, that is change of tense. Okay students, so this is the chart of present to past tense. Okay students, I want you to remember this chart very well. Alright, now the second is the universal truth. Okay, now for the universal truth, children, I want to say something here, that universal truth means you cannot change the truth at all. You cannot change the truth at all. It is habitual. It is natural. Okay, for example, the teacher said the sun rises in the east. So while you are converting, the teacher said, the connector that will be added, inverted commas will be removed, and the words spoken by the speaker in those inverted commas will remain as it is, because it is a universal truth that the sun rises in the east. You cannot change this truth. Am I clear with the universal truth? Now, based on the change of tense, this is one more chart that you need to remember while changing direct into indirect speech or indirect into direct speech. Alright, so if the reporting verb is in present, future or universal truth, so there is no change in direct and indirect speech. It will remain as it is. The tense will remain as it is. But if the reporting verb is in past tense, so in direct speech, it will become present tense. Alright, wherein in indirect speech, it will change to past tense. Alright, then if the reporting verb is in past tense, then in the direct speech, the tense will change to past tense or past continuous tense. If it is an indirect speech, the tense will change to past perfect tense, past perfect continuous tense. Am I clear? If you want more detail about the tenses, please let me know in the comment box. Now students, based on 4 sentences, you have to make certain changes or convert direct speech into indirect speech. For that you need to keep more rules in front of you. You need to keep certain rules in front of you. So first sentence is assertive sentence. Okay, now the rules for assertive sentence is rule number 1, you have to remove the inverted commas. Rule number 2 is you have to use the connector that or the conjunction that. The third thing is you need to keep in mind, if the reporting verb is in past tense, then the reported speech, the tense of the reported speech will be changed to past tense. And if the reporting verb is in present or future tense, then the tense of the reporting speech will not change. It will remain unchanged, as I had discussed in the previous slide. Okay, I hope this is clear to you. For example, the lady said, Harry is eating food. This is an assertive sentence, but can you see, it is a direct speech. Now you have to convert this direct speech into indirect speech. So what you are going to do is, according to the rule, you have to remove the inverted commas. Second, you have to use the word or the conjunction that. Alright. Third, see the tense. Alright, so the sentence goes in this way. The lady said that Harry was eating food. The lady said that Harry was eating food. So your reporting verb is said, and the reported speech is Harry was eating food. Inverted commas is removed, and the connector or the conjunction THAT, that is used. I hope the assertive sentence is clear in front of you according to the rules. Okay students, now second sentence is interrogative sentence. Okay, when WH questions are provided to you and helping verb or yes no type is provided to you. So what rules you need to keep in mind? First thing, you have to remove the connector or the conjunction that. Second, the reporting verbs like asked and inquired will be mentioned in your sentence when you are changing the sentence. Okay, then third, you have to write the subject first followed by the verb. Then after that, there is no question mark added. Okay, when you are changing. So these are the rules you need to follow when you are converting, interrogative sentences. For example, he said, who is the PM of India? He said, who is the PM of India? So what changes will come here? He. Okay, and the verb asked will come there. He asked who the PM of India was. Have you seen the changes? Okay, next example is, he said to me, what are you doing? He said to me, what are you doing? Alright, so he asked me what I was doing. I hope WH type question is clear to you. Now, if yes no type or helping verb is there, you have to use if or whether. Am I clear? If or whether. Alright. So the example is, she said to me, can I use your phone? She said to me, can I use your phone? So what is the changes? She asked me if she could use my phone. If. You have to use the word if, and reporting verb asked. I hope interrogative sentence is clear to you. Now next type of sentence is exclamatory sentences. What rules you need to keep in mind is, you have to use the connector or the conjunction that. You have to remove the quotation mark, the inverted commas, and then you have to use the reporting verb will change here for exclamatory sentence. Okay, so what reporting verb will come? Exclaimed, wished, prayed. Alright, then interjections like alas, bravo, hooray, and the phrases that you need to remember is that with sorrow, with great delight, with surprises. Okay, you need to keep these rules when you are converting exclamatory sentences. Let us see the examples. First, the emperor said, alas, our enemies are too strong. So what are the changes? The emperor exclaimed, the reporting verb. Exclaimed will come. Phrase with sorrow, that their enemies were too strong. Alright, let us see the second example. They said, hooray, we have achieved our goal. So what are the changes? They exclaimed, the reporting verb. With great joy, the phrase we have added, that they had achieved their goal. Let us see the third example also. He said, alas, I have lost another opportunity. So what is the changes? He exclaimed, the reporting verb with phrase with sorrow, that he had lost another opportunity. Alright, he exclaimed with sorrow that he had lost another opportunity. I hope exclamatory sentences are also clear to you. Now students, let us see the changes of imperative sentences. This is the last sentence for the change. Alright. So what are the rules you need to keep in mind is that when the sentence is provided in positive form, you have to use TO2 plus the verb. Alright, TO2 plus the verb for positive imperative sentence. If the sentence is being provided to you in a negative form, you have to use NOT not plus 2 plus verb for negative imperative sentences. Always keep in mind. And the reporting verb will be changed. What will come in the reporting verb? Command, request, order, warn. Okay? Keep in mind these changes. Let us see the examples. Teacher said, complete your assignment. Teacher said, complete your assignment. So what are the changes, students? Teacher and the reporting verb said will be changed to ordered. Okay? Him to complete his assignment. Alright? Second example is, she said to me, please help me. She said to me, please help me. So what are the changes? She requested me to help her. Okay students, can you see the changes of the reporting verb, reporting tense, change of pronoun? I hope these sentences are clear to you. Now we are going to solve some practical examples and there I will show you more clearly. Alright? Okay students, as per the topic as we had studied, we will solve some more examples. Okay, so the first example is, he said to me, I am playing cricket with you now. Alright, so said to is a reported verb. It will change to told. Am I clear? Next, you have to use the connector or the conjunction that in the sentence. Then you have to change the pronoun. So I pronoun will be changed to he. Alright, I pronoun will be changed to he. Am I clear? And you have to change you. The pronoun you will be changed to me. Am I clear? Now the tense is in past tense. So after converting the sentence, the tense will be changed to the I am playing cricket with you now. It will come present continuous tense. That means he is playing cricket. Alright. Then you have to change the words denoting time. Okay. So now will be changed to then. So your final answer will be, he told me that he was playing cricket with me then. Removing the inverted commas. I hope the sentence is clear to you as per the steps, the 6 steps. Alright? Okay students, we had studied 4 types of sentences. From that, first sentence was assertive sentence. So let us solve one example of assertive sentence. Alright? Beena said, I am cooking. So here reported verb is reported verb. So here reported verb is said, which will remain as it is. Alright. You have to use the connector that. You have to use the connector that. Alright. She was cooking. She was cooking. So the final answer will be, Beena said that The pronoun I will be changed to she. Okay? So Beena said that she was cooking. Am I clear with the sentence? Now students, next is the universal truth which cannot be changed. Okay, it can be habit or natural things. Let us see the example. He said honesty is the best policy. Said will remain as it is in the sentence. You have to not do any changes. Only one thing you have to change here. One thing you have to keep in mind. That is the connector that will be added. The connector that will be added in the sentence. And the rest of the sentence will remain as it is. Why? Because it is a habit. You cannot change. So, he said that honesty is the best policy. I hope this sentence is clear to you. The universal truth. Okay? Now, let us see the second type of sentence, that is interrogative sentence. Okay? Let us solve the example. They said to me, where have you gone? They said to me, where have you gone? So here what is the change? The reported verb said to will be changed to asked. Alright? There is no connector that used. You have to not use the conjunction that. The pronoun you will be changed to I. Alright, so the sentence will be, they asked me where I had gone. Okay, they asked me where I had gone. I hope it is clear to you. Now students, in interrogative sentence we had seen the example of WH question. Now next is yes no type question and the helping verb. So now let us see the example. She said, are they waiting for me? It is a question. Alright. Let us see the changes. Said will be changed to asked. Alright. There is no connector that used. And the tense is present tense. Why? Are they is being changed to they were. Alright. So it is present tense. So, and you have to use the reporting verb what? Whether. You have to use whether. Alright. So, the changes will be, she asked me whether they were waiting for me. Alright. So, the changes will be, she asked. Said will be changed to asked. And you have to use whether. Alright. Then the tense will be present tense. Past tense will be converted to present tense. Am I clear? You have to not use the word conjunction that. Remove the inverted commas. No question mark. So your sentence will be final. She asked me whether they were waiting for me. Now let us see the example of the third type of sentence, that is exclamatory sentences. The child said, what a beautiful sight. Can you see it is an exclamatory form? Now you have to change it into indirect speech. So what are the changes, children? The child exclaimed. Said will be changed to exclaimed. Alright, reporting verb. With delight. With delight is the phrase used. Alright. And the connector that will be used. The connector that will be used. So the child exclaimed with delight that it was an very beautiful sight. Am I clear with the sentence? So students, next type of sentence is the imperative sentence, and the example is, if I had told you that if the sentence is provided in positive form, that is, this is the sentence that is being provided in positive form. She said to me, please help me. Alright. So at that time, you are going to use to plus verb when the sentence is in positive sentence. positive imperative sentence. So what are the changes? Said to will be changed to requested. Alright? And here me is the pronoun that will be changed to her. The me pronoun will be changed to her. And you have to use the verb. To plus verb, that is to plus this verb, help. So the sentence is, she requested me to help her. It is clear? Okay students, we had seen positive imperative sentence, okay, along with the example. Now we are going to see negative imperative sentence. That means when the sentence is in negative form, what changes you are going to do? Let us see. Teacher said to him, do not waste your time. So what are the changes we are going to do here is, said will be changed to advised. Alright? Then you have to use, it is a negative form, you have to use not not plus to and the verb. So not to plus the verb. So your sentence will go in this way. Teacher advised him not to waste his time. I hope the exercises were clear to you. If you have any doubt, please let me know. Thank you. I hope students the topic was clear to you, and this is a summary of what we have studied in today's class regarding the topics that I discussed with you all. Okay students, please go through the summary, the topic, the slides, okay, and if you have any questions, please let me know in the comment box. Thank you.